You're listening to Frankie C. Sports on Northeast Streaming Sports.
What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to an edition that I love to call Sports News with Frankie Cruz. Normally, my normal Saturday things that I love to do, give you a little sports news around the world of the NBA and NFL and stuff like that. So thank you for tuning in. I'm just gonna give you guys a little recap on yesterday's NBA Friday night matchups. We're gonna start off with the LA Lakers. They went off and took the win, snapping their 4-game losing streak against the Trailblazers. Final score of 102-93. The Lakers now move on to 23-11. They are now 10-7 at home, while the Trailblazers are 18-14, 10-8 on the road. You got the Boston Celtics also snapping a 3-game losing streak, finally beating the Pacers with a final score of 118-112. The Celtics are now 16-17 on the season, while the Pacers are 15-16. Pacers are 8-6 on the road, while the Celtics are 9-5 at home. The Houston Rockets lose another one last night to the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors walk away with a 122-111 win. The Raptors are now even 17-17 on the season, 8-7 at home, while the Rockets drop to 11-20 on the season, and now 6-13 on the road. Next up, we have the Sacramento Kings upsetting the Detroit Pistons at home with a final score of 110-107. The Pistons are now 9-24 on the season, 6-9 at home, while the Sacramento Kings are now 13-20 on the season with a record of 6-9 on the road. The Miami Heat upsetted the Utah Jazz yesterday. That was a real good game. Final score of 124-116 over the number one team in the NBA. The Heat go on to become a 16-17 team on the season, while the Jazz falls to 26-7. Now going 11-5 on the road, and the Heat are moving to 9-7 at home. That was a really good game between the Miami Heat and the Utah Jazz yesterday. That's the Jazz, I believe, third loss within a 2-month span. So great job to the Heat and upsetting the Utah Jazz and giving them their 7th loss on the season. The Phoenix Suns walk away with another victory yesterday in Chicago over the Bulls with a final score of 106-97. The Suns are now 21-11 on the season, 10-5 on the road, while the Bulls go and drop to 15-17 on the season, 7-10 at home. The Suns are actually looking really good this year. They're picking up where they left off last year, exiting the bubble undefeated, and now coming on to this year, being 21-11. It's an amazing start for the Phoenix Suns, and they're going to push really well come playoff time. The Clippers win yesterday in Memphis against the Grizzlies with a final score of 119-99. The Clippers now move on to 24-11 on the season, 12-5 on the road, while the Grizzlies drop to 14-15 on the season and 7-10 at home. The Oklahoma City Thunders go and win at home against the Atlanta Hawks with a final score of 118-109. The Thunders and the Hawks are both 14-19 on the season, and actually are both 6-10. The Hawks are 6-10 away on the road, and the Thunders are 6-10 at home. The Golden State Warriors win last night with a final score of 130-122 over the Hornets. I apologize, the Hornets, with the Hornets now going 15-17 on the road, or actually on the season. I apologize, with a 6-9 record on the road. And now we have the Warriors at a 19-15 on the season with a 12-6 record at home. So those are your latest updates and final scores on last night's NBA games. No postpones for COVID problems, so that's a good one. A couple games that are going on today, a couple of good games going on today. So be sure to watch. You have the Dallas Mavericks on the road against the Brooklyn Nets. You got the Cleveland Cavaliers on the road against the Philadelphia 76ers. The Minnesota Timberwolves are on the road to face the Washington Wizards. You have the New Orleans Pelicans on the road. Hopefully the Spurs, can do something after their long break that they had due to COVID-related problems and safety concerns and everything like that. They finally get a game today at home against the Pelicans. You also have the Pacers on the road against the New York Knicks, who are actually pretty good this year. They're not that bad. They're in the playoff picture right now. If the playoffs was to start tomorrow, they're 16-17 on the season, so not that bad for the Knicks. And then you got the Utah Jazz on the road in Orlando facing off against the Magic. That should be an easy win for Utah, but you never know. Anything can happen in the NBA. And then you have the Denver Nuggets going off against Oklahoma City and the Thunders in Oklahoma. So those are your games for today. For the NBA, not very much. I do know that some of these games will be televised, such as the Dallas Mavericks and Brooklyn Nets game is going to be on ABC at 8:30 tonight. The Nets are favored by 3.5 points. And also on NBA TV at 8 p.m. tonight, the New Orleans Pelicans and the San Antonio Spurs will be on. And the New Orleans Pelicans are favored by 2.5 points as well in that game. So those are the only two games that will be televised today. As far as I know. But what I really want to get into is what I've been hearing for the past couple of days, and that's Russell Wilson and his trade talks with the Seattle Seahawks. A lot of big news has been going around that Russell Wilson will soon look to want to get traded to elsewhere in the NFL, and I don't think that's going to happen. I don't see Russell Wilson leaving Seattle, and I don't even see Seattle trying to give away Russell Wilson at all. Russell Wilson is their quarterback. He will always be their quarterback. I don't see Russell Wilson going anywhere besides staying in Seattle. So, yeah, a lot of news has been going around with Russell Wilson, and because he's been throwing out that he's tired of getting hit a lot since he's been drafted in the NFL. He hasn't been getting protected very well with the offensive line that they've been showing in Seattle. So now everybody's want to throw out that, if Deshaun Watson wants to get traded, Carson Wentz getting traded, Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff got traded and stuff like that. So now they want to throw Russell Wilson into the trade talks and say that Russell Wilson could get traded and stuff like that. I don't see that happening. I doubt that the Seattle Seahawks will trade their franchise quarterback because Russell Wilson is still an MVP caliber quarterback. He's still a Super Bowl contender quarterback. He just haven't had the weapons. He hasn't had the protection. So if Seattle can give him that, he's going to love it. But I do not see him leaving Seattle. If he was to leave Seattle, he said himself the teams that he would want to go to would be the Dallas Cowboys, the Miami Dolphins, the Chicago Bears, and I forgot one more team. He said another team that I don't remember. I have to rethink about it. But, yeah, I don't see the Seattle Seahawks trading Russell Wilson away. That would be a crazy, crazy, crazy thing for Seattle to do is to trade Russell Wilson away. And a lot of people are also saying if they're talking about Russell Wilson trade talks, why not, trade him away with Deshaun Watson and Houston. That's not going to happen. That is not going to happen. If you want to look and get Russell Wilson, I'm pretty sure the Seattle Seahawks are going to look and be like, okay, well, if Matthew Stafford got traded away for 2 first-round picks and stuff like that, well, I'm pretty sure we can get 3 first-round picks and a couple of players in order to come to Seattle, So I don't see that happening. No team will be willing to trade away 3 first-round picks and a couple of good players just to get a quarterback in Russell Wilson. I mean, Russell Wilson is worth it. Don't get me wrong. He's 100% worth it. He's still young in age and everything like that. He's a Super Bowl champion. He could have been a 2-time Super Bowl champion, but he's not, thanks to, my boys. But he's still a Super Bowl champion. He's a former MVP. Well, he's not even an MVP. Sorry, look at that. He could have won MVP multiple times. He should be an MVP quarterback now in the NFL. But he always, for some reason, gets dodged and everything like that. In my opinion, for the MVP. But I think Seattle Seahawks will be wild to trade away Russell Wilson. I don't see nobody picking up the kind of things that Seattle will probably look for. Like I said, they will probably ask for like 3 first-round picks and a couple of players just for Russell Wilson, and then that's not even all. You can give them 3 first-round picks for the 3 years, and then they're probably going to also want like a late round draft pick within that first year. So you're basically going to be giving them like 4 draft picks and 2 players just for 1 quarterback. I wouldn't want to do it. It wouldn't be to my expense if I was a coach or a owner, but that would be crazy. Antonio commenting saying New Orleans. The other team was the Saints. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it was the Saints. That was the other team that Russell Wilson chose to go to. But like I said, I don't see him going anywhere. He is the Seattle Seahawks quarterback. He won Seattle a Super Bowl. He's not going to go anywhere. Well, in my expense, he wouldn't be going anywhere anytime soon. Anything can happen in the NFL later down the year or later down the road, but I do not see him getting traded away anytime soon. So I don't understand why they're talking and bringing up the trade talks with Russell Wilson, because that would be insane. The Texans did release running back Duke Johnson, so I know that the Texans are looking, the Texans are looking to clean house and start refreshed. But yeah, man, Russell Wilson is definitely not getting traded. He's not going anywhere. He's going to be a Seattle Seahawks for like ever, I believe. And that's that. Deshaun Watson, on the other hand, he definitely did say that he is not gonna play under the Houston Texans. He's gonna look for a trade. If not, he's not suiting up in a Houston uniform. So Deshaun Watson is gonna be definitely be shopped around. If not, Houston is going to have to sit there and just look at him sitting on the bench or not even coming to games or practices or anything like that. So I don't know what the Houston Texans are going to be doing with Deshaun Watson. If I was the Texans and Deshaun Watson, I would just honestly just start looking to trade him because he's already doing so much to show you guys that he does not want to play for you guys. He took all Houston, everything down from his social media. He made his social media private. He even told them that he doesn't want to play for you guys. So why take the chance and even saying, okay, well, we're not going to trade him when he's telling you guys he's not even going to come and suit up for you guys. He's not going to suit up and play games, and he's not even going to come to practices. So there's no point. Stop trying to be a team where you're going to be like, all right, well, we own you, so we signed this contract for you, so stop trying to do this and do that. Just trade the man away, give him what he wants, save some. I mean, you're going to lose money on it, but do what's best for you guys and do what's best for him. Trade him away, look for someone new, start fresh. You're already cleaning house. You got rid of Deshaun Hopkins. You already got rid of mutual agreement with J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt's gone. You got rid of Duke Johnson now. You got rid of, or who knows if you're going to bring back Will Fuller because he's going into free agency. So who knows if you'll bring him back. I could just see the Texans right now going downhill for the next 5 years, 6 years, because they don't have nobody. They cleaned house, and that all started with Deshaun Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins. I apologize. DeAndre Hopkins. It all started with DeAndre Hopkins, and Deshaun Watson was not pleased, and they did that behind his back. Their best player on the team, you trade him away. Like, how is that possible? How is that possible? But great news for all my Patriot brothers and sisters. I got some great news. Those opt-outs, with Dante Hightower and Marcus Cannon and Patrick Chung, all of our defense men are coming back. We are coming back defensively. So now all Bill Belichick has to do for right now is look for a quarterback, a decent quarterback. I'm hoping. I've been saying this for months now. I'm hoping that he looks for a way to bring back Jimmy Garoppolo in a New England Patriot uniform. If not, go with the 15th-round pick. Hopefully, and pray that we have what the quarterback from Mac Jones, I believe his name is, the quarterback from Alabama. Hopefully he's available at the 15th so we can pick him up. I wouldn't mind going a year or two with a rookie quarterback and having him learn and stuff like that. That'll be okay, But I'm glad defensively all of our men is coming back. That's great. I'm proud. I can't wait for the season to start to watch our defense be back to where it was. And like I said, I'm just glad because now Bill Belichick can 100% focus on the offense. He can get the offensive linemen that he need. He can get the wide receivers he need. He can get the tight ends that we need, and definitely start looking for the quarterback. It's now or never. The free agency is starting in a couple of weeks. It starts in a couple of weeks, and Bill Belichick needs to do something now. He is on the phone trying to get every veteran quarterback he can think of possible. He's on the phone with everyone, trying to talk with everyone he can. So he's trying his best. But free agency is coming up. We all know that some players do not like to go to New England because they don't want to play for Bill Belichick. They don't want to play for the Patriot way. Well, listen, when you play for the Patriot way, you end up with a Super Bowl. I mean, yeah, it was Tom Brady and stuff like that, but that's why I believe Jimmy Garoppolo could come back to New England, wear a New England uniform, be comfortable. He's already learned under Bill Belichick. He learned under Tom Brady. He knows the system. He knows the playbooks. So bring back Jimmy Garoppolo. Let's move forward. Let's get him some weapons and stuff like that. And let's just go on, and let's go on from there. We got our defensive people coming back. Thank God Dante Hightower is coming back. He's the main person that I was focused on coming back into the New England Patriots this year. So thank God for him. Antonio, let's start with this one. He said, why get rid of him if they fired Bill O'Brien? Yeah, that is true. That is true. Like, I believe it started there. It did start there. It did start when Bill O'Brien traded away DeAndre Hopkins. I don't know why he did that. He should have never did that. And then they go ahead and fire Bill O'Brien when they start the season 0-4. I would have just let him finish out the season and fired him at the end, see where it took him from there. But Bill O'Brien wasn't doing good. If it was me, I would have fired him as a GM and kept him as a head coach. He was a good head coach, but definitely fired him as a GM. Why get rid of DeAndre Hopkins if they were going to fire Bill O'Brien? Yeah, seriously. But yeah, guys, nothing big today. Also with the New England Patriots, Julian Edelman, he wants to play next year, but his future with the Patriots next year is unsure with his knee injury and everything like that. He's been having a really bad knee injury for the past couple of years, and he's just been playing through it because he knew that Tom Brady and Bill Belichick and the Patriots, they needed him. So he's just been fighting through it, and now it's looking worse than we thought. But I'll be updated on Julian Edelman, and hopefully he can come back healthy soon. And I'm praying for him to come back healthy. We really need him. He's a big target that we need, especially when we don't have nobody. We cannot put our hopes up on N'Keal Harry and all these other guys. We need that veteran wide receiver, and Julian Edelman is that veteran wide receiver. So I'm hoping that he comes back healthy and help us with the wide receiver position. We need him really bad. But yeah, guys, that's all I got for you guys today. Just a little sports news I've been hearing around around the NFL and stuff like that with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks looking to trade him away. But like I said, that's not going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon or anytime at all. I believe that Russell Wilson will forever be a Seattle Seahawk. So, yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in quickly just so I can give you guys some updated stats and updated news on Russell Wilson and the NBA recap. Also, a little bit of news on the New England Patriots. That's all I got for today. Not very much. Thank you guys for watching. Also, do not forget to tune in next Wednesday at 6 p.m., March 3rd, for an episode of Boston Talk. Also, tune in next Friday to an episode of Top 5 Sports Show with myself and my co-host Jay McLovin every Friday at 7 p.m. And then come back next week, Saturday at 1 p.m. with the latest sports news with Frankie Cruz, only on Frankie Sees Sports and Northeast Streaming Sports on Facebook and YouTube. You can subscribe to YouTube. And if you miss any of my shows, you can also hear it on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, and also iTunes. Thank you guys for watching and have a good night.